Now in this model, we are finding a particular term from the end. Generally, we'll find a term from the beginning. Now we are finding a particular term from the end. Look at the question. Determine the 10th term. Whenever the word comes, n is equal to 10. 10th term. Term comes, that stands for n. The main word is from the end of the AP. This we call it as A. Okay. This we call it as A. This we call it as L. L is also called as Tn, we know, 254. And D is equal to T2 minus T1. That won't change at all. The common difference is term 2 minus term 1. D equal to 9 minus 4, which is 5. Now, these words are very important. L is equal to 254. D is equal to 5. And N is equal to 10. We know the formula. Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 into T. In the same formula, when it comes from the end, we have to come from the end reverse. So this A is replaced by the word L. And since you're coming from the back, plus is replaced by minus N minus 1 into D. So this is how the formula is got. When you go from the beginning, it's called A plus N minus 1 into D. When you come back, instead of A, you must start from L. Is A the last term? A becomes L, plus becomes minus. We are coming from this side, N minus 1 into D. So we'll just put in the formula. So Tn is equal to L minus N minus 1 into D. Now look here. Tn equal to L minus D. We'll make it proper. Now T, we want the 10th term from the end, equal to the last term is 254 minus N is 10 minus 1 into D is supposed to be 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. So the 10th term is equal to 254 minus 9 into 5. The 10th term from the end is equal to 254 minus 45. 45. So the 10th term from the end is actually 4 minus 5, 9. 209 is the answer. Yeah. 14 minus 5 is 9. 4 minus 4 is 0. 209. The 10th term from the end is 209. This is called an increasing series we are finding. One more we will find from decreasing series. Now one more sum also we can see. This is all involving negative signs, minus 1, minus 3, minus 1. The sum is actually finding a particular term from the end. Note the word from the end actually. I told you the formula, when you go from the beginning, it is Tn equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. When you come from the end, this A will change as L because we are starting from the L. And the plus, because you are going reverse direction, the plus will become minus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula for from the end. So in the given sum, L, Tn generally we call as L also, which is the last term, which is the nth term, we call as minus 151 in the sum. And then we want the 11th term. When the word term comes, we know N stands for 11. Next one is common difference. D doesn't change. T2 minus T1. Term 2 is minus 3 minus of minus 1. Minus 3 plus 1, which is minus 2. So you get D is equal to minus 2. Now we can apply the formula for the nth term from the end. So Tn is equal to L minus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula from the end. T of, we want the 11th term. T11 equal to, the last term is minus 151. Minus of N is again 11. 11 minus 1. And D we got as actually minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2. Okay. T11 is equal to minus 151. This minus and minus will become plus 2 into 11 minus 1 is nothing but 10. So you get T11 equal to minus 151 plus 20. which is minus 131. Therefore, the 11th term from end is equal to minus 131. Hope you understood this model. This is the same model, finding a particular term from the end, but the only one difference is fractions are involved in it. So this is also same type. We know the formula straight away now. We write this formula from the nth term. Tn equal to L minus n minus 1 into d. The last two sums I showed you how the formula has been arrived to find from the nth term from the end. Now we want the 13th term. I told you whenever the word term comes, n stands for 13. The last term, L we want. L is nothing but 550. L is also called Tn, nth term. So L is equal to 550. And common difference D is equal to T2 minus T1, 11 minus 5.5. So common difference D is equal to 11 by 1 minus 5.5 means 11 by 2. The LCM is 2. When you take the LCM is 2, you get 22 minus 11, which is again 11 by 2. So the common difference is 11 by 2. Now we'll substitute in the formula. This is the main formula. Tn equal to L minus n minus 1 into d. This formula will give from the end. So the n is actually 13th term we want from the end. And the last term is 550 minus n is 13 minus 1. And d is supposed to be 11 by 2. Now look here. Term 13 is equal to 550. 13 minus 2 is 12. 12 into 11 by 2. The 2 goes in this 6 times. So T13 is equal to 550 minus 6 11s are 66. When you subtract this, 10 minus 6 is 4. 14 minus 6 is 8. 484. Again I repeat, 550 minus 66. If you subtract, 10 minus 6 is 4. 14 minus 6 is 8. 484. So 13th term from the end is nothing but 484. Though the sum involves fraction and full number, the answer is a full number. So note this sum. So a particular thing is given, a ratio A4 by A7 equal to 2 by 3. We got to find by A6 by A8. Remember, A4 means term 4. A8 means term 7. Some syllabus call the word term 4 as A4 and the term 7 as T7. So we can take it as term itself because we are familiar with this word. Both are same. A4 is nothing but term 4. Term 4 they call as A4. Term 7 they call it as A7. Generally we call it term 1, term 2, term 3. It can be also called as A1, A2, A3. Both are same only. So this is given. So always the given should be used. We have to prove A6 by A8. That is term 6 by term 8 equal to question mark. This we have to find out. To find. So term 4 we taught already. Term 4 directly we can put as what? A plus 3D. We know already. We have to reduce one number because n is equal to 4. Term 7 is nothing but straight away you can write A plus 6D. That is given as 2 by 3. This is given. So you cross multiply. So when you cross multiply you get 3 bracket A plus 3D equal to 2 bracket A plus 6D. So this ratio is given. Term 4 is A plus 3D. Term 7 is A plus 6D equal to 2 by 3. You cross multiply and then expand. 3A plus 9D equal to 2A plus 12D. If you multiply this. Okay, bring all A one side. This A you bring this side. So 3a minus 2a equal to 9d, you take that side. 12d minus 9d. So 3a minus 2a is nothing but a. 12d minus 9d is 3d. So the given changes to here. So instead of this given, you can write this given. Now we have to prove this. Now the sum starts. So remember, T4 by T7 is given as 2 by 3. That is, A4 is called T4. That is nothing but A equal to 3D. That is a given. So I will write here A is equal to 3D given. This is what actually given. So this given we are converted like this. Now the sum starts. Now we have to find the value of T6 by T8. So look here, A6 by A8 is nothing but T6 by T8 is equal to question mark. This we have to find out. You can call it as part 1 or part 2. The first one you can call it as part 1, which I didn't write. You can write this as part 2. T6 is nothing but N is 6. Straight away you can write as A plus 5D. T8 means N is equal to 8. Straight away you can write as A plus 7D. But the given is A equal to 3D. So wherever A comes, you put the 3D. So you get 3D plus 5D divided by 3D plus 7D, which is equal to, you get 8D by 10D. 8D by, this I'll cancel it, 8D by 10D. 8D by 10D, DD you cancel, you get 8 by 10, which is nothing but equal to 4 by 5. Therefore, the final answer what they asked is nothing but A6 by A8, which is also called as term 6 by term 8 is nothing but 4 by 5. Hope you understood this problem. Now, 3 terms will be given. It's the same model. We did models in 2 terms given and they ask certain things. It is 3 terms, just an extension of 2 terms. So it's very similar to what 2 terms, 3 terms given. First they given the second term. Second term is called as T2. The second term is nothing but 7 3 by 4. So second term is 7 3 by 4 means 31 by 4. And second term we know N is equal to means A plus 1D equal to 31 by 4. Next they are given the 31st term, number 2. Term 31 is given as half. It's the 31 term. This is the second term. Half. So 31 means you must reduce 1, A plus 30D equal to half. This also you know. Equation number 2. And it says last term. Last term is called L or Tn. That is given as minus 6 and half, or L or Tn is minus 13 by 2. So 3 terms are given. Second term means A plus 1D is 31 by 4. 31st term means A plus 30D, that is also given. If you want you can put given. Here also you can put given. Here also you can put given. 3 terms are given. They asked for the first term. First term means A equal to question mark. 2 terms we saw already, so you can take these 2 equations. A plus, write the bigger equation first, A plus 32, so when you subtract it will be easy, or you get a minus unnecessarily. Write the smaller equation down. When you subtract, the sign changes, A gets cancelled. So you get 29D equal to 1 by 2 minus 31 by 2. So 29D equal to minus 29 by 4 you get. Now D is equal to, this D is nothing but this 29 is multiplying. That will go and divide that side and get cancelled with this number. See this number we are writing, this goes down. It's actually multiplying 29 into D. So it cancels. You get minus 1 by 4. So the common difference is minus 1 by 4. But they did not ask the common difference, they asked the first term A. Now substitute in equation number 1. This we call it as what? Part 1. You can call this also part 1. Okay, so part 1 is, so you can call it as part 2 because part 1 is there already. We can call this as part 2 because part 1 is there already. So you can take the first equation, term 2. Term 2 is how much? Term 2 is 31 by 4, which is a plus 1d. D we know already, d is minus 1 by 4. So a plus minus 1 by 4 is 31 by 4. Take the 1 by 4 that side. When you take that side, a equal to 31 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is equal to 32 by 4, which is equal to 8. So you get the answer a equal to 8. The first term is 8. Now they want the number of terms called n. N is equal to question mark. So n, you can use the formula L minus a by d plus 1. You can substitute the values L. L is here, a is here, d is here. This is called L, a and d and plus 1. When you simplify this, you get this. 2 is the LCM, you get it. And from this n, you get 7 terms. N is equal to 7 stands. So try this sum like this, part 2, part 1, part 2. So this we can make it as part 3. So part 1, part 2, part 3, try this sum slowly, you get it. The first one is what is given, that you can call as part 0 if you want. Part 0 means what all is given, what is asked. Part 1, part 2 now, part 3. Finding n, finding a and what is given. Hope you understood. Try this sum slowly.